Hurricanes are some of the most powerful and destructive forces of nature, leaving behind paths of devastation and changing lives forever. In the last 20 years, we've seen some truly catastrophic storms. Today, we're counting down the 5 worst hurricanes and the devastation they caused. Let's dive in. Starting at number 5, we have Hurricane Dorian in 2019. This Category 5 monster hit the Bahamas with record-breaking force, stalling over the islands for nearly 2 days. Winds reached up to 185 miles per hour, and the storm surge left much of the Abaco Islands and Grand Bahama underwater. Dorian caused over $3 billion in damage and claimed at least 74 lives, though hundreds are still listed as missing. It was one of the most intense storms to ever hit the region and serves as a stark reminder of how vulnerable island nations can be. At number 4, we have Hurricane Maria in 2017. This Category 5 storm devastated Puerto Rico, wiping out infrastructure, power grids, and communications. It was the deadliest storm of the 2017 season, with an official death toll of around 3,000 people. But in the aftermath, many in Puerto Rico argue that the true toll was far higher. The effects of Maria are still being felt today, as Puerto Rico continues to rebuild from one of the worst natural disasters in its history. Next up is Hurricane Sandy at number 3. Although it was only a Category 1 when it made landfall in the U.S. in 2012, its massive size earned it the nickname Superstorm Sandy. It wreaked havoc across the northeastern U.S., especially New York and New Jersey, with record-breaking storm surges and flooding. Sandy caused over $70 billion in damage, making it one of the costliest hurricanes in U.S. history. Sandy also left millions without power for days, and the recovery took years. Its impact reshaped disaster preparedness in the region. Coming in at number 2 is the infamous Hurricane Katrina in 2005. This Category 5 storm weakened to a Category 3 when it hit the Gulf Coast, but the devastation was unparalleled. New Orleans was particularly hard hit when the levee system failed, flooding 80% of the city. Katrina caused more than 1,800 deaths and over $125 billion in damage. Katrina exposed major weaknesses in disaster response and recovery, and its impact on New Orleans is still felt nearly 2 decades later. And finally, the number 1 worst hurricane of the last 20 years, Hurricane Ian in 2022. This Category 4 storm slammed into Florida with winds over 150 miles per hour, causing catastrophic flooding and wind damage. The destruction left tens of thousands of homes destroyed and killed more than 150 people. Ian became the 3rd costliest hurricane in U.S. history, with damages estimated at over $100 billion. Hurricane Ian's rapid intensification and its devastation across Florida showed just how dangerous and unpredictable these storms can be. These hurricanes remind us of the power of nature and the importance of being prepared. As climate change affects storm patterns, we may be facing even more intense hurricanes in the future. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content on natural disasters and how we can better prepare for them.